We are live.
How's it going, guys? Back here in Not Another Serious podcast. Is that how it's supposed to go?
Well, it would just be Not Another Serious.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, we got enough heat today.
I didn't look at the comments.
They're so funny.
There was one person who just kept like commenting on every single comment. It
All
was
right.
like, screw you don't know anything about Taylor.
All right, so back to reality now. We're gonna recap tonight's episode of Big Brother, and boy, was it a fun one. And I say that with a grain of tea. I was gonna say grain of salt, but I think grain of tea sounds better. Sip it, Nolan. Sip that tea. So I guess we're gonna jump right into this. It's honestly all blurred to me. What happened in tonight's episode? Oh, sorry, Mr. Texter over here.
Sorry, I'm popular.
No, turn your gosh darn text.
Sorry, I was
off.
trying to get the
I'm
stuff
sure,
to
sure.
tweet. Okay, I won't tweet Adam.
You tweet on. All right, so Nick, what's going on in Big Brother tonight?
I wish I knew. Oh fuck. I tried to take notes on tonight, and I found myself getting lost in how great the episode was. So I'm gonna give you the notes I have, and you guys are gonna contribute in any way you
I don't
can.
need notes. I just want to run down on what happened. How did it start? Like, what happened in the episode?
I'm gonna tell you
All right, let's go.
when you ask.
Yeah, cool. Ready. What happened in the episode?
Okay, now.
Yeah. Nick.
All right. It started with it was a nomination ceremony. I didn't wait. Why are you giving me a look?
Okay, come on. Let's just go.
Don't give me a look. All right.
Here
so
go.
we
It's gonna be
start
another
Early
fucking
and
night.
often.
We start with Matt says if he wins the veto today, I'm gonna save you, Raven. They're like, but it's fine because if one of us is gonna get taken off, Kevin's gonna go up. And then we get a little scene of Alex talking about Kevin being very mean, and which is like probably the most ironic statement the entire series of 19 seasons has ever seen.
What's ironic about it?
It's ironic that Alex is the one calling Kevin mean when Alex is the meanest houseguest in the history of the show.
Okay, yeah, but don't we think she's doing it she's saying, I'm doing it so Jason puts up Kevin and puts a target in his back?
But
Or is she actually being mean? I'm just playing devil's advocate. You know I hate Alex as much as the next human being. But does Alex, in her DR, she said, okay, I'm not a big fan of Kevin, so I'm going to make him look like an awful person to Jason. Do you think that's strategy, or is she just a big bitch?
She's a big bitch.
Okay, so you don't think there's any strategy behind it?
Dude, if you can't come up with a good enough strategy to get someone out instead of and your plan is to just make them look like a dick on live TV and national TV in front of America, that just proves that you're a fucking horrible person.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, I agree. I'm just saying that she tried to explain it as her strategy, but obviously we've seen on the feeds this week that she's taken to a whole new level, and it's really, really distasteful and bad. So she tries to tell Jason that, okay, Kevin's mean, and I gotta give Jason credit. For the first time all season, someone says, you know what? I'm not gonna do that. I'm not putting Kevin up. He is my boy. So you guys could fight about it all you want, but I'm gonna keep Kevin off of the block. So Jason goes against Alex. I think is this the first time we've seen Jason go against Alex all season long?
Yes, I think so. And Alex did not take it well.
No, she's like, you gotta listen to me. Like, and she says in that annoying voice, like, dude, they're gonna wig out or whatever. She keeps saying that over and over. What does wig out mean? Like, freak
They
out?
get freak out.
It's like a freak out term from like 1999.
She's old, isn't she? Like 30?
29.
She's like 88,
all right. So
and she acts like she's 10.
yeah, I mean that's good. That's an accurate representation of Alex Al. So basically, we also have this cute little mirror scene where they're trying to pump up Kevin as America's favorite, and they make him brush it. They have his brushing his little teeth with his little face in the mirror, and then he brushing his teeth, then he brushes his hair, and then he brushes back to his teeth.
So do you think that was them trying to make him look good?
I think
I
so.
thought that was them trying to make him look weird
Like
as
silly.
shit.
That's
Because he
silly.
was like looking in the mirror like, it was fucking weird. If
I
that
thought it
was
was
if that
silly.
was their attempt to make him America's favorite, then that was the saddest attempt.
I thought it was
Like
fun.
in the beginning of the season when they were like showing a bunch of scenes of him being like funny and like fucking around with Ramses and like just kind of being like a relatable guy. Like he's my son. I'm taking him under my wing.
Mojis? He said mojis?
Yeah, mojos.
Mojos.
Like that was funny. Like him, that's kind of just disgusting at that point because he was like, zzz, zzz, and then
That
kept
was
brushing his
hilarious.
teeth.
Yeah, coming from the guy who picks his nose, I swear to God, no one does this. Picks his nose, then he puts on deodorant after, and then he licks it. I swear that's what no one does all the time.
You got me.
And then he listens to Taylor Swift albums.
Okay, so we're speaking to the masses tonight. There's about 45 million people on our broadcast. So Nick, what happened? What happened
you
next
say
in the
that?
show? Because there are. What happened next in the show?
A bunch of crap happens. Nothing really matters. Then we get a POV pick.
You can't just say that.
You tell me to go on the highlights. I'm going on the
No, it's not the
highlights.
It's the recap of the show, Nick. You can't just be like a bunch of crap happens. Nothing really
Last week
matters.
you told me. You said go on the highlights.
Because you'd be like, oh, this. I just
You're asking too
What
much
happened
now.
next? What happened
POV pick.
No, what happened after Kevin brushed his hair and teeth?
I just said that.
You're asking him to walk this like thin line.
Yeah, this isn't
want
right
to.
what you're doing here. Because you're
Okay.
giving me one of two things. I'm gonna go very like the main points of the episode. Don't look at me like I'm an idiot, you dick.
You're gonna say something else.
I didn't though. POV pick: Raven, Matt, Paul, Josh, Jason, and Alex get picked. They're like, "Oh, we don't want to pick Kevin. We don't want to pick Kevin." And then Raven picks Kevin because Karma's a bitch, and Alex is like really messed up, and I decided against it.
Just say it. We need more.
Oh,
views. Just say it.
Karma's a bitch, and so is gastroparesis. Okay, there we
Okay,
go.
that's really mean. That was terrible.
You told me to say
That
it.
was way worse than I expected.
You just told me to say it.
Yeah, that was on you.
I didn't think it, Nolan.
Yeah, but you made him
Fuck
say
you.
it.
I didn't do this.
You can't be like, oh, kill him. I'm impression a little teenager over here. Like, oh, I don't know. And then, all right. So then we get the veto competition, which is my favorite. Hide and go veto.
This is your favorite?
I love hide and go veto. You don't like hide and go veto?
I kind of hate it.
It
I
gives,
love
me,
it.
it gives me anxiety when the house gets all like
they're
dirty.
just
Oh my
they're
God.
just throwing everything for no reason.
Yeah.
Well, I remember when I was 5 and couldn't clean up my own room.
No, because Kevin, I love. Okay, so they started the competition, and they're all going through the house hiding it, and like Josh has a terrible spot. Matt's spot is one of the worst ever. Paul's, of course, is fantastic. Like Paul's
I think I came up with a good spot. I put it in a cushion. I think I came up with a good spot. I'm gonna put it in this cushion. Well, the cushion opens up here, so I'm gonna put it in the cushion. That was what the veto was.
No one's bringing the funnies tonight.
He's bringing the funnies down to the viewers.
What can I say?
All right. So what's next? All right. So can we go over the hiding spots if you guys remember? We
Yeah,
have
Josh is in the fridge.
Josh in the fridge.
A parlor room was Matt.
Parlor's Matt.
Paul was in Kevin's jacket.
Paul was in Kevin's jacket. Jason was in the cushion in the living room. Ravens was in the cushion. No, it was like in a pillow, right? No, it was in the
Yeah.
cushion in the rose
Cushion
room, in the
red room. Yeah, whatever
red
the
room,
hell, rose room. I don't know.
whatever she calls it. Kevin was.
In a cushion.
Oh yeah, Kevin's was in a pillow, in a double pillow.
Wow, taking up the notch.
Yeah, and
He was like, instead of doing this one pillow, I'm gonna put it in two pillows.
yeah.
combined.
So when they pick it up, it's a really firm pillow for some reason.
And then Whistle Nuts was in the freaking the
Yeah, the living room,
the
living room.
Yeah, okay, so that's pretty much everyone. So they do this competition. They destroy the house. Eventually, Raven finds like 2, and one is Matt's, which is awesome. They try to make it suspenseful at the end. Like Whistle Nut's like, I'm definitely not gonna win this one, which is them setting up Whistle Nut to win. Jason gets the veto while he pulled his groin.
Can I just say something? Another time Big Brother fucked up the editing and it was so bad. I mean, I guess it really wasn't their fault, but they tried to hype it. They were like, it's down to Raven and Jason. Whose is it? Jason just came out with the last one. We all know he found
Yeah.
Ravens. He didn't find his own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was kind of bad. It was a little bit of a
hiccup?
kind of a hiccup. Like editing team, get on that.
Yeah.
They're just worried about the next HOH competition when they edit it the same way as they always do.
Yeah.
It's like my strategy is fall off.
Well, today I'm gonna. All right. So
I love NASCAR. Okay, so then we finish the competition, and Nick, take us through the next part if you do remember.
do you want me to do it in points or in small, tiny little
Nick,
points?
I don't care what you do, just go.
All right, so Jason brings Kevin up to the HOH room, and he's like, "We are gonna maybe, possibly, kind of put you up." And Kevin goes,
something crazy?
Kevin, he's like, "I think he's actually pretty cool." Like, what's cool about that? There's nothing that's cool about putting your good friend up on the block. Now, what were you gonna say? Something?
I think a lot of people beg to differ. Dan put up Memphis season 10, and who won the game? Memphis. Okay, keep going.
All right,
You're
so
welcome.
that means Jason's gonna.
Can I just say all the bad
Yeah.
things that Jason set aside really recently?
Yeah.
This kind of made me feel a little not bad for Jason, but like it was a tough spot he was in because he has one side of the house saying you got to put up, and then his buddy over here, Kevin, like he has to go to him. He tried twisting it like you never been on the block, like it'll help you in jury votes. So, like it was a tough situation. I guess he kind of handled it the best he could.
Yeah.
I think Jason's not very good with his words, so like he doesn't really know how to like maneuver well into these things.
Wait,
So I mean, he did about as good as his little brain could.
how are you saying Jason's not good with his words when the double eviction veto speech?
That's what I was
that
referring
was the
to.
worst veto speech ever. But no, okay, so he wins the veto. Kevin goes, no, don't put me on the block. Then Jason comes to his senses, right? And he tells Alex and Paul, look, I'm not putting Kevin up. He's my friend. I don't feel comfortable doing it. And he said he started noticing them like sideways glancing at each other, kind of like, why is he not doing this? This was our plan. Because what they wanted to do, but the editing was weird, right? Because And what actually happened in real time, they told him they wanted Kevin to go home.
Yeah.
They were petitioning not for Kevin to go on the block,
Kevin
to go home.
Yeah.
So they just edited it like he didn't know that, which is, I don't understand why they just don't edit what actually happened.
I also don't like how I feel like Alex gets off easy every episode. She's saying these horrid things, and all she's like, "Oh, it's for strategy." Like the worst that we got from Alex was what that he makes a stupid face in the mirror. Like, give an accurate representation of what's going on in the show. Editors have their job. I mean, obviously, is to make an entertaining show, but their job is also to accurately represent what's going on in the Big Brother house, and I feel like they're done doing that.
Mhm.
And I was high praise on the editors early in the season, and I'm kind of going away from that.
I actually said this right before we went on the air. I think that, yes, I agree that they should be accurately representing everybody in the house.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they have a bunch of pieces of shit, and they're trying to have a relatable show with people can relate to the characters. And when you have a house literally with not one person that is relatable besides maybe Kevin, not really relatable, but likable.
Yeah.
When you have a house of literally everyone who's unlikable, they have to pick someone. And I guess they just picked Alex out of the group, and it kind of makes me hate her more than that, because they're not giving her an accurate representation when everyone else is kind of getting straightforward. Like everything that Josh pretty much says goes in the edit. Everything that Paul says goes in the edit. But Alex says a bunch of hard shit, and they don't put it in the edit at all. So I don't know. I think that, but if they're trying to create a TV show with that people like characters and can relate and want to come back next year and be like, "Wow, I related to that character this season."
Yeah, like
maybe
Alex.
I
want to wear. She said the other day, she goes, "They're going to be asking for petty hats next year."
Okay, let's move on from that one.
So then we have are we ready to the ceremony?
No.
No,
And
no,
then
no.
Matt and Raven have a conversation
God.
where they're like, "I trust Jason. I do too." Wait, well, Matt doesn't have that accent, but they both say, "We trust Jason."
That was your Reba McEntire voice. That had nothing to do with you. Were like, I trust Raven. I had to do my roots are Brandon in the past.
Raven has that similar like.
But she has like 8 accents. Like you can't just.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
she's
yeah,
Can I just say that what Matt actually said was like a good point?
What?
Where he goes, I don't know why they would have any reason to turn on us. I went up twice as a pawn for Jason. I went once as a pawn for Raven. I mean, yes, that was a good strategy. Like, I don't know why he didn't really like, hey guys, look, like I know what you're saying. Like,
It doesn't matter.
You can't change their minds at this point in their house.
Yeah.
Like these people, literally, Jason said in the episode tonight, we have a mob mentality. That's how this house works this season. So. But that was a good little point that Matt made, and I feel like if it was any other Big Brother season, he could have maybe gotten away with it of being like, hey, but he went up as a pawn for us 3 times, guys. Like maybe let's give him a pass here.
Yeah, that doesn't happen in Paulie's world.
And I wish Paul made fun of the fact how dumb everyone was more. I feel like he'd be more likable if he was in the DR and being like, look at these idiots, they're following me to the slaughter. But he's saying it sometimes, but I guess they don't want to give the viewing audience that it's just Paul running the show. They want to see like it's more balanced.
Well, they also want to give super loud, corny DRs of Paul every time he talks. Like Paul can never have a DR where he's like serious. It's always like pissed, this. It's not pissed anymore, but it's just like loud and annoying.
They're trying
Paul.
to make him
it's not fun anymore.
I feel like he's shrinking. Every episode, I think he's getting tinier and tinier. And like before you know it, he's just gonna be like little like Paul running around like a microscopic. What's the guy from Cat Dog? Winston, the little blue guy, like
I
him
think
and
so.
running. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes,
That's
I
a
know
reference
exactly
that
what you're
everyone
talking
gets.
about. Hey, shut up there! Like he has like a little Brooklyn accent.
We gotta get him on the podcast. Like, we're gonna interview Big Brother players.
Yeah,
right?
he's standing here next to the mic.
He's like taking hard pulls of a cigarette after Cat Dog going downhill.
Cat Dog. Haven't heard that name in years.
All right, let's wrangle it back in like the rodeo clowns we are.
I don't have notes on the POV ceremony, but all I remember is Jason gets up there and he's really nervous. He's very visibly nervous.
Oh yeah,
And
which is understandable, honestly.
Like, okay, but when you get this guy's backstory, he's been like a rodeo clown where he's been so close to death. He broke his skull in like numerous places. Like you would.
I mean, that doesn't necessarily translate to public speaking.
No, but I'm saying
that might actually turn on him more because he probably got hit by a ball.
You would think that because he's so familiar with being in front of a crowd all the time, he would be able to be like, okay, I'm gonna deliver this shit.
But Nick, he runs away from bulls. He doesn't speak.
No, I think
what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand where you're coming from, but if you look at it from our standpoint, we've been in front of crowds like we've done anti-bullying assemblies, we've been in front of crowds of people, we've gone to shows, we've met a lot of people, but at the same time, you have to get up there and turn your back on people, make a huge move in a game, and you know it's going to be televised in front of millions of people. You're like, it's a little nerve-wracking.
And dropping. So then we get to the veto ceremony. Also, something that happened was Matt and Raven were like joking around the whole time. Like it was so funny because you know exactly what's gonna happen. And Raven's like, I would love if you could use it on me, but I trust you completely, Jason. And then Matt's like, hey, there's like, what do you call her?
A little gypsy.
A little
gypsy.
All right, first of all, I read online that's like kind of a racist thing.
Really?
Gypsy.
You're not supposed to like call a white girl a gypsy, but whatever Matt wants, he gets.
Yeah. Okay. So Matt calls her a gypsy. She
well, Paul called her in the beginning of the episode too.
Yeah, I know they all call her that. Yeah,
they're all just being very racist at this point. What? Nick?
And it's stupid. Can I just bring up the veto, the competition when Matt had to eat the cereal during his turn? Like he's playing that card too much.
And they had a little count on it. They're encouraging it.
Yeah, they like it. They know that's the only thing that's like kind of somewhat funny about
it.
They're
trying to create characters.
Yeah, I understand that. And then they found the disgusting condoms. What actually happened a few weeks ago? We didn't touch on that at all. They found the whole drawer of condoms, of Matt and Maven's condoms. And what people don't realize, though, about a week or so ago, they found like a lot of used, disgusting condoms in the drawer. Why don't they throw them out? Like, I don't understand.
I could see Matt being like, we can reuse them.
I've done it so many times. All right, so we get to the veto ceremony. And Jason makes a speech where he's like,
you said that already.
Something about, what was his exact speech? So he had like a speech where he's like, in this game, I've gone through ideals.
No, he says when you're faced with like a big situation, I've always learned that when you have to make a big choice, like it's always right to go back to my like morals and my like. It's pretty much saying when he has to make a big situation, he can't listen to anyone else. He has to listen to himself. That's pretty much. I
talked to God, and he said, "Do not backdoor Kevin." So I went with God. I spoke to the Bible for a little while. And he said, "Hey man, you want to go to heaven? Do not backdoor Kevin." And he said, "I'm gonna."
Did you really bring up God now?
Yeah, he said it's something about religion. I swear to God, he said,
I'll watch the tapes.
Yeah, you could play it back. It's just like Dan Foley at the reunion.
I'll go to my notes.
Your computer's on pro. All right, so then you can clearly see like Raven and Matt start to change. Like, oh no.
What's about to happen?
And he's like, if you guys want to talk to me, but like I'm not using the veto. If any of you want to ask a question,
yeah. If anyone wants to ask a question, ask it now.
Good, they should have. Because after the veto ceremony, a little spoiler alert, Matt went crazy and said, "You didn't talk to us." He gave him the platform. They shut up and got scared.
In all fairness, 6'5" Jason went to go hide in the storage room after, and he was like really upset in there. And do you guys notice the edit they're giving Josh, wherever like they're always showing him like them telling him to leave a room?
Like, leave.
They were in the end of the episode in slow motion. Josh went in the storage room. It was Paul, Alex, and Jason, and they went like this, and it slowly showed him walking out. Like, and the thing is, they're giving Josh that edit, but he probably has more of a mind and balls than any of the other people in the house.
I wouldn't call it balls. Like I don't think balls.
Once again, it's CBS trying to make characters. They're trying to make him the lovable loser. They're trying to make Alex the relatable like petty girl. They're trying to make Paul like the funny like cool literally a TV show character. That's what he is. He's literally like, I'm a character, guys. I say my catchphrases and I'm like a little like funny guy with a beard. And like they're trying to make characters. They're trying to make Matt the I'm a guy who does nothing except eat cereal. Like that's what these characters are trying to make. And it's a TV show, and I don't hate them for that. I just think that it's kind of annoying that they don't really portray them as a little bit hateable.
Yeah, no. Chris in the chat said McCrae used to stuff his condoms under the bed when him and Amanda would have sex, and the DR called him out and made him clean them up. Okay, there's only one more thing gross than like used condoms. McCrae's used condoms.
Yeah, that's gross. Could you imagine McCrae like holding like a hand out? That's gross. Let's move on.
What do I do with that?
So we get to the point where Jason goes, if you want to ask any questions, ask him now. And that I think that's the second time he did that. Didn't he did it? I think against like Cody and Jess or something. And he was like, if you want to ask any questions, he can't just say I choose not to use it. The ceremony's adjourned. Instead, he goes like he always has to talk afterwards.
Yeah. I don't think he hasn't watched enough Big Brother to where he realizes like this is not what you do after a veto ceremony. Jason,
he has a motor mouth. He just keeps going.
It's like a slow motor mouth.
Like a young Fran Drescher. Okay, so we get through the whole episode, and then we're extremely bored and disappointed after, and that's where we are right now.
No. There you go. I think this episode was like it showed, even though Jason said some friggin' horrid things in real life, the episode version of Jason, they're trying to give you someone to root for. You know what CBS is doing.
Oh yeah, they're trying to make you root for him, but that's kind of weird when TMZ covered his story. The story about
TMZ literally said like.
Yeah, it was bad.
Should we say it for the people, because there might be people watching that are? Does it really matter?
It doesn't have
They're
any
not going to
effect,
put it in there. They're not going to put it in the edit. But pretty much, Jason said that he was going to rape.
No, he's not. He didn't use the word rape. He said
no. Okay, no. I know the full context. You want me to give you the full context?
Just do the whole thing.
Yeah.
He was basically like, this is on RHAP. They said this is exactly what he said. It was they were making jokes about how bad Kevin is, and he tried to go to the worst thing he could say. And his worst thing was so disgusting. I don't like saying it out loud.
Just say it. Who cares?
He said he was gonna rape Kevin's wife. Is that the word he used?
He did not use the word rape.
Okay, insinuated, right?
No,
It was
Did he say this
insinuated.
like I'm gonna fuck her with his
Yeah,
wife?
I'm
He
gonna.
said no. Let me say it because you cannot. I don't think you should even say that he said rape.
I know we just took that back though. I asked you, dude, come on.
Okay, then say what he said.
Yeah,
Let's
say
just
what
say
he
what he
said,
fucking
Adam.
said.
He said, yeah, but you're not letting me talk. He said, I want to hold Jason's wife down.
Jason's wife,
Kevin's
Kevin's wife.
Okay, Mister.
Okay, go
Say the damn sentence.
go for the viewers at home.
They're gonna hold her down. He's gonna have sex with her. No, then he's gonna tie up his daughters
And make him
and
watch.
make them watch. That's sick. What?
Yeah, any human being who could have that shit come out of their mouth is ridiculous.
Here's the thing. When you're in the house, I get it. It plays with your mind, right? Like I get you say stupid shit, but as a grown ass man, you have to realize, okay, this may not be smart. He also made another off-color joke about it. What happened over there? Nolan?
I don't know. Keep going.
He made another an off-color joke about them, like he made he didn't use the word rape, but he made a rape joke. And Alex, okay, this will piss me off more about Alex just as well. She said a few weeks back, remember when Jessica was like fingering people's butts or whatever? And Alex was like, someone in my family was raped. Someone like it really hurts me.
Yeah.
So then Jason makes a rape joke.
Yep.
And she doesn't care, and she laughs.
And she laughs like a.
So she's just, I don't understand where this double standard.
Didn't she also insinuate to people that she thought that Kevin was a child molester?
Yes, no one you want to cover that.
That's all I know about it.
That's what she did.
She compared it to one.
She
said
compared him to it.
He attacks insecurities of someone. He attacks someone's weaknesses. Kevin, I don't understand how she got that from him.
Yeah.
Where does he attack someone's weakness?
I think, as weird and like mobby that Kevin is, and like he gives you that mafia vibe. I think he's a very family-oriented guy.
He's an adorable guy. Look at this damn text he sent to his daughter.
No one gonna read his text to his daughter.
This is Kevin's text to his daughter.
Please be happy, nice, and show love, heart to people.
Oh man.
So
what a cutie.
So I think that Kevin's a very family-oriented guy. I think at the end of the day, he wants the best for his family, and I think that outside the house, when he finds out, if he does find out, I don't think he's really going to concern himself with a lot of post Big Brother stuff. But if he does find out a lot of the stuff that Jason said and all these people said about him, and knowing that his family watched and probably know the same thing, I don't think he's gonna be very happy. And it kind of sucks, man. He talks about his daughters all the time in the house. You know that, like, from a personal standpoint, even if you're in the game, and I know the game fucks with your head and all this stuff, you can't say something about that about someone's family. Like, you could say, like, if I was in the house, you could say whatever you want to me. You can attack me. You can attack how I look, how I talk, how I walk,
but
anything. But if they talk about your family,
That's
especially someone with kids,
level.
like I would get mad if someone talked about my family. I don't have kids or anything.
Yep.
Now, imagine that of a dad with, like, how many kids does he have? 7 kids. Like, I don't know. I think it's just they took it way too far, and I think that's why. I don't understand why they're trying to edit Jason and Alex to be a lovable America players when they're getting mainstream coverage from TMZ. Jason's, that's what we were saying before. Jason's that segment of him talking about holding down yada yada yada. You know what we just said. Got coverage from TMZ, which is not a good look for Big Brother when they're trying to edit him to make him look like America's favorite guy.
Here's the thing. I think from a casual perspective, don't you think Alex is kind of getting the bully at it a little bit? Like, do it. Like, I feel like,
but she's getting like a playful. Like,
Yeah,
like,
I know.
I'm only doing it with Jason.
I pray that casual viewers see it like she's annoying. Like, I hope that at the very least they see her as annoying.
Who we took, Alex?
Alex, because she doesn't deserve to have any positive support after the show.
After the show, we're gonna sit her down on our podcast.
She's not going to come up.
Oh, she will come on, and we will say, Alex, explain yourself. She'll be like, dude, they're just wigging out in there. We're gonna be like, no, Alex, hit this road. And we're gonna be. She's like, you flew me out from California for that. We're like, yes. We'll pay $1,000 for a plane ticket back.
That would be amazing.
Just to sit her down, say you are a terrible person, Alex, and say that's it. That's the interview. Have fun back in Cali. Go hop on your.
Jason, you dude.
Go suck some whistle nuts. Okay, so
no, I think a lot of people hate Alex just because she's an annoying personality and stuff. But behind all of that, there's actually a terrible human being
In that little body.
and that's why we dislike her.
Yeah. It's easy to judge someone's character when you see them 24/7, and of course it's magnified and it's harsh. But I could differentiate someone like Oh man, I try to leave a good example, and I hate all of them.
Well,
But we can also talk about Paul being like extremely controlling and kind of like a sociopath.
right.
Then there's Josh, who I just feel like Josh is so lost.
Now I want to elaborate on this. If you have any questions, we'll be answering fan questions in
Chris
a little
is really
bit.
contributing to the chat. Shout out
So
to
Chris, I want to touch on something Chris said. He says if CBS, anything CBS probably needs to make this an edit show, cancel feeds, and make BB an edit show. Now, as much as I don't think that'll ever happen because they want to keep it separate from something like Big Survivor, I think that they could potentially have thought about it because, dude, imagine every season, like the Aaron season when Aaron made all the racist comments and they were getting negative backlash, and now this season where they're getting negative backlash in the press. This is all stuff on the feeds.
Yep.
This is all because they show the feeds. And I'm sure if Survivor was a feed show too, which I don't know how it would be because they're in the wilderness, they would get negative backlash too. So do you think that at one point in any point in time, Big Brother would think maybe we cut the feeds a little bit more less?
I think it makes it unique. If not, we just have the Glass House.
Also,
I think the live feeds that we can watch them 24/7 is appealing to even people who don't watch live feeds. It's like these people are always on, and they're gonna stay stupid shit. That's what we watch.
But how much negative backlash do they have to get to make it not live?
Somebody
feed?
like honestly like harming
Killing
someone, not like legit. Like I think sexual assault would be one of the reasons.
Yeah,
sexual assault. Somebody dropping like not only a racist slur, but something you don't think if somebody said something like the N-word, they would drop.
Big Brother loves it when they make TMZ.
Yeah.
That their ratings skyrocketed 15.
Aaron,
they were crap in 15. I think Big Brother loves that shit. I think they're cynical. I think they know what they're doing, and I think they'd rather a Jason make a terrible comment than not.
I guess you're right, and like I don't think they'll ever cancel live feeds as long as the show goes on because that's what. Even though it's a small minority of the people who watch this show, I think it is an appeal for the masses. Okay, I can watch them at all times, and two, these people are always on TV. Like, I don't know. I think that would appeal to me. Like, I think it's something cool. Like, Survivor will never get that.
Survivor.
But it'll also be different because they're going off into the wilderness. Like, they're going to the tree mail. They cannot do it. We are going to be covering Survivor in the fall. Stay tuned for more promos.
Yeah, I agree with you guys. But at the same time, I don't know. I understand the whole appeal of Big Brother being 24/7 and all that. But sometimes, like, after, like, I don't know, I guess it's just for me, because you guys are way more feedsters than me. Like, I watch, like, Big Brother Dark. I know everything that's going on. But from a standpoint of where, like, what kind of fan I am, like, that, like, I'm more than just a regular fan, but less than a super fan. I think that there has to be a point where they're not cut back on the live feeds, but I think if there was a way to prevent negative backlash coming, because look, every season I have this feeling like everyone, like, look at this season, every single person's fucking hated in that house, every person besides Kevin maybe, but after they get rid of Kevin eventually, and it's inevitable, everybody's gonna be hated, and that's not a good look for a TV show when they're trying to edit someone like Jason. They're clearly trying to edit Jason to be like this, like, oh, like, look at this relatable American guy, like, he's just an American guy. He has a family. He loves his kid, like, and then he makes this fucking horrific joke,
dark joke.
Okay. Like, it shouldn't. Then, like, I don't know a way to monitor. I'm not a Big Brother. I shouldn't concern myself with that, but if there was a way to prevent things like that when you're trying, like, if I was on the Big Brother's production team, if I had any say in it, I would try to think of a way to kind of cut back on that a little bit, to try to make sure that these guys that we're trying to build for America and build that we have a personable TV show, cut back on that a little bit so that we can make them into characters instead of having TMZ cover him as a rapist.
True, but I also think that the people, the 7 million, 6 million people watching, maybe 100,000 know about that comment. Yeah. That's such a small percentage. I don't think they give a shit. I think they care about their ratings. I think they care about their casual viewership. I think there's somebody online, that one of the guys who runs the show or something, or like executive producer, said that there's such a difference between the show and the feeds. It's like a different operation.
Yes.
It's two different things.
So what makes me believe that they care so much about their show, And then whenever it happens on the feed, they try to do what they can to cover it up and whatnot, but they're not going to bend their back or, go crazy because their show comes first. And that the 100,000 people are going to see it, not a million.
It's just maybe like an extra money maker. Like it's,
absolutely too.
They get
I think it's an extra money. Yeah.
They make a lot of money.
And on top of advertisements, everyone's paying $15 a summer. Times that by a few $100,000, like, you know what I'm saying? It's just extra money in CBS.
It's an extra little moneymaker to like make everything more special, you know? Like put extra things in it. I don't think they'll get rid of it anytime soon.
I don't think they'll ever get rid of it.
Yeah, no. And I don't think they'll ever, I'm saying anytime soon in terms of like if it were to happen, it would be like in the future when something bad happens.
Yeah, so we have to get killed.
Honestly, but do you think there's ever a chance on Big Brother somebody gets like really harmed, or is that impossible? Like I'm talking somebody gets stabbed.
If it didn't happen this season, I don't think it'll happen.
I think the reason why it would never get rid of it is because if you think Big Brother, the show is built on live feeds. Like the show is it's Big Brother's always watching. That's the saying. That was before the show. That's the point of Big Brother is the live feeds. So I mean, we're really talking a lot about Chris's question, but it wasn't even a question; it was a statement. But yeah, I think something bad would have to happen, but I could see, but I genuinely don't think it would happen. Like if I had to bet on it, no shot. But I could see them not cutting back, like maybe like putting it on more of a delay. Like putting it on like an hour delay, so anything that bad happens, really bad, they can cut it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because right now they're what?
Don't you think they would have done that shit though?
No, I know. They should have. But right now, what are they probably on? They're probably on like a minute delay, so they can cut it if someone's about to fight, they cut the feeds, or like something good's about to happen or juicy, like they cut it so that you have to watch the show. But like they should be on like an hour delay so that we that they can cut out all the really bad racist stuff.
Yeah, the racist.
And
they want them. They want those jokes.
They wanted to get around. I think they could have easily done it by now, right? Like it just seems kind of obvious. Okay, so you guys want to go into the spoilers and we'll talk about the fights that we saw this week.
Okay, yeah,
there's not too many spoilers when it comes to the game, right? We could just
not a lot of game spoilers.
No, because it's over. It's Matt or Raven on the block. One of them's going home. That's it. There's no real other spoilers. Yeah. So I would say honestly, even if you don't like spoilers, listen to this. We're not going to give anything away that you don't.
You'll see it tomorrow anyway.
You'll see it tomorrow anyway. Minus.
I mean, but still, if you don't want to.
Yeah, if you don't want to.
If you don't want, we'll give you a second to mute it.
Click off.
But yeah, we're gonna talk about like there's a couple fights that happened.
Yeah. So okay. All right, and then you're clicked off.
We're good.
So let's cover. We get back from the veto meeting, and Nick, you know this a little better than I do. What happened in the fight?
Matt goes crazy on Jason, saying that you were in the storage room and you didn't come to us, and Raven asked you, and they go crazy. And here's the thing about Matt: to show emotion right when you're finally put up in the block, gets your showmans. It's too late. That's too late. Stop crying. You made your bed. There was no emotion. There was no care. You didn't give a crap about this game for the first 8 weeks. What you carrying it on whatever week? What is this, week 8 maybe?
Yeah.
You carrying on week 8 is pathetic. So he went crazy on Jason. Just to give you some of the rundown, he called him a punk ass bitch a lot. He called him a pussy ass.
Well, he
bitch.
did it in the episode too. He called him a punk ass.
Oh, he did. Okay, yeah.
What a weird.
He said it in the reference. He said it in a diary room. He was like, "What a punk ass bitch."
Yeah, he said that a lot, and he yelled at him. His voice got super high, which was actually shocking for Matt. Raven got really angry. She was infuriated, steaming. She ran around the backyard a lot, angry. Her and Matt went outside. Not ran around. Her and Matt went outside, super mad. Paul's like, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. Paul, they're like, of course, Paul, you would never do anything bad to us. We love you, big daddy. And then, want me to get to the second fight?
Yes, sir.
Josh and Kevin. Now, Josh is a dick, right? Normally, he's a dick.
Yeah. But I think he's just an immature kid.
I'm a human being.
He's a human being dick. And he calls Kevin out. He's like, you were lying in, I forget what this circumstance. You were lying in XYZ, whatever. Kevin said, no, I wasn't. Josh says, you won $25,000. Kevin says, you won $25,000. Josh says, swear on your kids then. Kevin says, don't swear on my kids, and feet's cut. He charged that.
Lifted a cup. He was literally like, don't fucking talk about my kids.
Yeah.
And did that.
Yeah, Nick texted the group chat at that moment, right? You were like, I think Kevin's going to be expelled.
Yeah, and he said, I think Kevin's about to punch Josh. Yeah,
and then the feeds come back, they're fine. Then Josh says thing again. Kevin charged them. The exact same thing happened the second time. Yeah. And the feeds cut. Then they're at a half hour. Everyone's like, done. He's done. Feeds come back for 0.5 seconds. They show everyone in the room besides Josh. I think that was CBS screwing with the live feed people.
What room was it?
Kitchen.
Were they all
They're all just chilling, talking.
Oh, like normal?
Then another half hour goes back by. The feeds come back. Kevin's in the backyard. Josh is in the bathroom talking about it. They're fine. Then Josh kept saying, oh, Kevin, we're fine. And Kevin's like, okay, we're good. I'm sorry. I got a little crazy. Then 10 minutes later, Josh's like, yo, I'm so mad he's trying to be nice to me. Like, Josh, like, I don't get it.
Oh man,
I don't understand it.
Josh is he just has a lot of like, I think it's just personal issue, Josh. Like he just doesn't understand where his head's supposed to be. He's like, where does Paul want me to go? Where do I want to go? Where does the house want me to go? Where does Christmas want me to go? And I think he doesn't know what he's supposed to do, so he's just acting like an idiot.
Yeah.
But in this situation, like I feel like there's one person you don't want to mess with in the house. It's Kevin.
Yeah,
Who wins that
I
fight?
told my brother
wins
this
that
isn't
fight?
even about the Josh and
Okay.
Kevin. This is about the
Matt?
Josh and no, I mean the Kevin versus Jason. If Kevin found out what Jason said outside
Oh,
the house,
absolutely.
I'm concerned for Jason. Like he might kill him.
Do you think? No, I don't need to kill him. I think he would, because Kevin does not care if he get elite.
Yeah.
He will get expelled. He has
Yeah.
no issue with that.
He doesn't care.
And at this point, I'm all for it. I say get expelled. Like why not?
Yeah,
Beat the crap out of someone.
And get America's vote. Give America a vote in jury.
I would love to see. Honestly, in that moment, I'm like, please punch Josh. Josh, listen, he's been up and down all season, but he's been a dick.
Yeah.
Him getting punched in the face wouldn't be the worst thing for his ego. He kind of needs it. Honestly.
Kevin also said that he's like, I don't give a
He's
fuck.
like, I'll get kicked out right
yeah,
now.
he
Yeah, I don't
doesn't
care.
He wasn't like I'm not saying that like Cody or Mark were bitches,
They're
but
just more.
they were more
reserved.
calm and they didn't want to like get
Care
kicked
more
out of
about
the game. Yeah. Kevin doesn't give a shit.
No.
Like
No,
I'm like he was about to bash a mug over Jason's head. I mean Josh's head.
Imagine like he's like, oh, you swear on your kids, boom, he just takes in Josh just.
All right, so Josh loses that fight 100% of the time.
Yeah,
Right? Josh
like-
gets destroyed.
Josh, I feel like would lose against anyone in the house.
Yeah.
Raven?
Yeah, Raven might beat
She would bite
her.
him.
She would be like, what, what.
Christmas. What about Christmas?
No, Paul against Josh. Who wins in that fight?
Josh.
Josh.
Josh. I think Josh.
He has too much height on him, Nolan.
Yeah.
I know you're doubting. I can see in your face, but Paul doesn't know Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
No, he actually said he did fight for like he practiced.
The only
some
thing, that's
form
the
of
only thing.
fighting.
Paul probably has technique. Josh doesn't know what Josh knows how to fight. Like, what would Josh do in a fight? Like just like slam someone?
Dude, every time someone like walks at him, Josh is like he flinches.
Yeah.
He's a very scared dude.
Which I get. Like Josh is very insecure. I feel
Dude,
like that's just
don't talk the talk. You can't walk the walk. That's the like that's the motto, man. I
So-
like what?
Someone in the episode say that?
No. I'm
I
just
thought-
saying that. Like he
don't-
I
can't
thought
like
someone in the episode
like
said
he
it.
talks so much talk, but he can't walk. Like every time someone comes at him, he flinches.
Yeah.
Like don't flinch. If you're gonna talk shit, like prepare to get hit.
Okay, like if Kevin hypothetically hits Josh, is he the favorite for like the whole season? Easy.
Yeah, people would like him.
No, but they would never. They would.
No, yeah, he would
Oh,
get
he wouldn't get
expelled.
America's favorite because he wouldn't be allowed. Willie Hanson would have won America's favorite.
He
if that
also
was the
said
case.
if they ask me back, no, I'm never coming back.
He said, Jason, you're not going to do it, right? You wouldn't do this again. Jason won't get us back.
Jason would do it again.
Oh, Jason would be like, oh yeah.
Yeah, he said he would.
Even though
Kevin
now
was
he's not
upset.
because the whole thing. Like that's the reason Aaron won't get asked back.
And she honestly, I would love to see Erin back because it would be controversy. One, I think she's grown up now and not racist anymore, which is a great thing. And two, she's also a good competitor.
Yeah, she was good. She was good, dude. If she didn't say any of those racist comments,
She would
I
have.
firmly believe that CBS could have edited her to be a hero.
Yep.
She would have been the hero.
Underdog.
She. Everyone loves a good underdog story.
But just a few racial remarks got in the way of that one.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
so
Cavs and sports fans, Cavs and Celtics completed the deal. All right,
Yeah.
what are we now? We
no,
getting
yeah,
more?
we're there. Answer some questions. I like talking about these people. I want to rank the house kids 1 through 7 left.
No, it's difficult.
Or
Wait,
8.
rank them in terms of what?
Likability or what?
Yeah, your favorites.
Okay.
My favorites. Oh
So you go,
god.
start at 1, and then me next to the other. Kevin, and the big drop off, then everyone else. So you could go.
Yeah,
with everyone
Kevin, big drop off. Then I put Paul. I know Paul's a fucking little like, but like, I just respect him so much, man. Like, I know he's in an easy situation, and I feel like a lot of people could have done what he did.
Yeah.
But like, you still have to respect his game. Like, you can't hate on the guy for encouraging these idiots to go and be idiots. You know, like he's just controlling them. Then I guess I put Jason. I know Jason just made a bad remark, but like in terms of, I don't think he's a bad. I don't think he's a bad guy. I genuinely don't
I
think he's a
agree.
bad guy. Then I guess then like another big drop off for me, and then like Matt, because Matt
Yeah.
is just, I know Matt's like a scumbag and stuff, but he's just like he didn't really do anything crazy enough for me to hate him. And then like Christmas, I don't like Christmas at all, but
Not as bad as the
she's
others,
just
too.
she acts like she's this big tough, like I'm this tough, like I have a backbone, but she doesn't. She has no backbone
So
at
you have
all.
Josh, Alex, and Raven.
Then Josh, then Raven, then a
Alex.
big drop off, and then Alex, way at the bottom.
Yeah.
So mine would be first you have Kevin. Then I think I would go. Here's the thing about Whistler, right? He's for saying that yes, it was a very dark, disgusting joke. You know, it should no one should ever make that joke. But I feel like he still has a better heart than a lot of the people
Yeah.
in the house. I think I'd put realistically Josh second, Because I think I do. I think Josh, because I think Josh has a chance to win.
Ooh.
And I want him to cut Paul's throat. Whistle nut. Then we're gonna go with oh my goodness gracious. Honestly, I might put Raven next. I think as terrible as she is, she's had a rough life, and I just I can't hate her that much because I know she's gone through a lot.
Was number 4 Raven?
Yeah. Then I'm gonna go Christmas. No, Matt's after Raven because Matt broke a lot of rules this week, which is really terrible and disrespectful to Big Brother and everyone who appreciates it.
I think touching on that, I think he should get
expelled.
Yeah, expelled. But
in Big Brother Canada, you gotta look it up. The guy, I forgot who it was. Raul, was that his name? Who did the punishment? You gotta Google it after this. I'm telling you. We'll watch the clip after this.
And he got expelled?
No. He had a punishment for accidentally taking a have-not. For taking a bite of food as a have-not. Right. So then Matt, it just ruins the integrity of the game. Christmas, Alex. Alex is last by far. She's a vile human being. And if you go, Reddit was talking about how terrible she is, and the mean thing she said, calling someone a child molester could, if she makes accusations, you can't just refer to someone as they're like a child molester, and that person's like a serial rapist. How can you say that?
It's one of those things where people get too hungry with accusations, and you can ruin someone's life with just one accusation. There's so many cases of people being falsely accused of something, and it's not to be taken lightly in any case scenario.
Yep.
You can't just throw being a child molester or a rapist or a sexual predator, any of those, that ruins people's lives. And if you're unless it's a serious matter, it shouldn't be people's lives are so affected not only by being falsely accused, but being victims of that.
Yep.
And in order for you to make a joke about something like that, that's fucked up, and that makes you a terrible human being. She's by far the worst human being in the house, and human being, as Josh would say.
I hope she gets the proper backlash after, and I hope she realizes that she has to change.
Yeah,
because that's the main thing. This girl has to realize she needs a reality check. You cannot treat people like this. You cannot start rumors because they're fun. You can't just be a bitch. She said, "I'm just being a bitch because it's fun."
It's worse in my opinion. It's worse than, and I'm not saying what Aaron said was anything to be taken lightly. That was just as horrible. But this is one of the worst things since Aaron.
Yeah.
The worst thing since Aaron, if not worse, because look, we live in a racist country. We live in a very, and this is going to get political, but we live in a racist country, and Aaron's this girl from the deep South, and she made a racist comment, and she's sorry for it, and I'm sure she's changed, and what she said was not right in any case scenario, any situation. You can't say anything like that. But for Alex to just throw sexual assault around so easily, that's a deep fucking bad person.
Yep.
And
she goes in the scumbag hall.
I hope she can change. I hope she gets it together, and I hope she gets. I mean, I don't. The backlash that she deserves would be really bad. But I hope she gets some sort of backlash. I hope she just understands but she's not gonna. When Aaron did it, they edited it to make her look like that. They had Julie Chen interrogate her when she came out of the house. But Alex isn't gonna. They're not gonna touch on it at all. No, at all. They're scared of it. They don't want to fuck around with sexual assault. You know what I mean? Even though it's this big thing in America is that needs to be more light shed onto it. And they're not gonna. And they have a perfect platform and I don't want them to ruin anyone's life because of it. Alex doesn't deserve to be her life get ruined because she made one little comment, but she just needs to change it. They just need to I hope that she gets some sort of little backlash.
True. All right. Now I think what were we talking about? The damn me, right? On the
your ranking.
Oh, God, I can't tell you this damn. These people are terrible. Let me get a list.
No, you start with we can help you out. You start with
Kevin.
Kevin's number one in our hearts and our minds.
Oh, God. Besides the comments this week, let's pretend they didn't have a whistle on second. Josh. Christmas.
You're saying he's so enthusiastic.
No, Matt. No, Christmas, Matt, because Matt's a stupid bitch. Paul, Raven, and Alex.
I don't think I've included Paul in mine.
You didn't?
I don't think so. He's down there, though. Yeah, I do not like Paul. I think he's a sociopath.
Yeah.
I think he's playing the game. But he's really really just controlling these people, and more he doesn't have to start on.
No, well, here's the thing. No, this is my gripe with Paul.
Yeah,
he could do.
You said earlier.
I was talking to you about this.
Yeah.
Adam and me had an argument because he's like, "Well, you gotta respect Paul's game," and I do, but he's malicious. when he attacked Mark last week, when he was clearly on the bottom for no reason because he brought up Paul's name, that's not Big Brother. That shows that Paul does not know this game in terms of anything besides season 18 and this part of season 16 he watched. He doesn't understand that isolation is not only wrong, but it's super unnecessary. Mark was going home already. Like, things like that make Paul go way down on my list.
What did he do? You said that he starts these fights, then comes in and breaks
Also
them up.
saying that.
Oh, okay. You can say it off your shirt. Go for it.
Go for it.
Take Nolan's mic. I'm just kidding. You can just talk.
Sorry.
Austin.
The thing is,
You have to get up.
what you call it? Paul is worse than Alex, in my opinion, in this whole show, because even though Alex is a horrible person, Alex is a horrible person, but by Paul giving her this platform, Paul has created this environment where people like Alex can thrive. Because if she was in a regular environment, I think she would have shut her mouth and not said anything this whole season. But Paul's created this environment of chaos and teamwork. It works, guys.
Yeah.
He is the biggest piece of shit in this whole show. By far.
Preach the choir, Daddy.
Then you said this to me today.
I did.
That Paul starts these arguments.
Austin said that, yeah.
Austin, this is what Austin was saying.
You heard it.
So Paul starts these arguments. Then he'll
Leaves.
come in and leave, go in the other room, let them fight, and then come in and kind of break it up and be on both sides. So like, wow, Paul's like the good guy. Honestly, I would never think to even do anything like that.
I think Paul's a sociopath. Obvious. I think all the
He's a
telltale
smart guy.
signs.
But
But at the same time, being a
He's a
bad
smart guy.
being a bad person in the Big Brother house, in terms of the game of Big Brother, has nothing on being a bad person outside of the house. And Alex is a bad person outside the house and inside the house.
I think they both are.
I think
Paul's too.
I still think Alex is way worse than him.
She's probably a worse person in general.
Oh, yeah,
yes,
yeah,
I
yeah.
agree. But I also think that Paul doesn't deserve to. He doesn't deserve a pass either.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I don't think people.
I
should
think
give him a pass.
I think Paul trying to control the house and being and causing chaos, trying to control the house, has nothing on Alex literally framing someone as a sexual predator. I think that in comparison, it's not even close. I think that they're both terrible humans. I think that being a sociopath is not good.
I'm a sociopath.
Yeah,
Okay.
but yeah. Anyway, moving on.
Moving on.
They want to talk thoughts about Matt. Really quickly, just because like we're dragging on.
Yeah.
I feel like
We're
about
dragging
Matt
Queen.
about how Alex threw out Kevin Slop and framed it on Raven.
Alex threw out Kevin Slop, framed it on Raven, and
Poor Kevin can't make slop. He's like, I don't know how to make slop.
he's like, "Well,
And
what?"
no,
are you
that's
gonna-"
another Paul being a sociopath, because then he's like, I'll do it for you.
Yeah.
Like trying to get.
After he's like, "Yeah, it's cool that she's throwing it out."
I'm a sociopath.
And also the other thing is about Matt kind of disgracing the game and getting.
What, you
Yeah.
guys wanna take it?
There's another spoiler.
Yeah, that's really. They'll find out in 7
they'll see it.
hours.
Yeah. So if you guys haven't known, pretty much Matt is just not following the rules of Big Brother at all. He's not sleeping at HOH. I mean, he's not sleeping in the have not bed. He's not eating slop. He's not doing anything pretty much with the motive to get what is it called? Consequence.
Yeah, like get
punishment
He wants to
votes.
get punishment.
He wants
He
to get
want-
punishment votes so that Raven stays no matter what. And that, in my opinion, he deserves to be expelled.
You know, it'd be awesome if Julie says, "Okay, Matt, you've broken numerous rules, so you're getting expelled now."
Eviction
And
vote.
now, Raven, you're gonna go. Like, who could they put her up against
It
to
should
get
be.
evicted?
It should be.
Because Jay's will put Kevin up, and Kevin would go.
Yeah, because then Kevin would go. I think that.
Well, Austin, say it.
I'm sorry. Sorry, guys.
You can
No,
stay there.
I was just like,
It would be they could hear you from there.
Oh, sorry. It would be worth it just to say, like, just see his stupid face, like, smiling into it, like,
Who?
Kevin, as you know, you broke the rules, like, I don't do it.
Matt.
Oh, sorry. What was I saying?
Pretty much what he's saying is he wants Julia to come on, say, so Matt, as we've all just seen,
Yeah.
because they're gonna edit it,
Yeah.
we just saw that you were breaking a lot of rules, and Matt's like, haha, what can I say, Julie? I have to eat my cereal.
instantly evicted.
So you are expelled from the game, and see his face drop. You're not gonna go to the jury house. Your vote's gonna be voted by America and from the jury house instead of you having a vote.
Leave through the diary.
Leave, and they make him leave. That's Austin he wants for karma.
I don't
on
think it's
Matt.
gonna happen. They want that eviction. They want him to walk out the door.
Oh yeah, they want him to walk
also
out the
need the
door.
jury votes
But
to be this.
dude, you shouldn't. I know Matt was gonna go probably
It's a joke.
regardless.
It's
They
a
were gonna
joke.
get Matt
It's a joke,
regardless,
yeah.
and I think that's probably why they're not gonna give him any really negative consequences and even
Yeah.
thinking about expelling him. But at the same time, I think that when you rig a vote, when me and Adam were on the block, and I wanted to go home, and I knew Adam was going home, and I'm just like, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna get a bunch of punishment votes so
Yeah.
that I go home no matter
Yeah.
what. You can't rig the game, like you can't do that to the game. That takes away everything about the game that makes it Big Brother. That kills the integrity of the game, and everybody who played before you, like he should get consequences, and I don't. You can't necessarily give Raven a punishment for it because
she got mad right.
What they should do though is they should say, "Oh God, what's a way?"
The best way would be to give him to expel him and not send him to jury house and give America the vote. Because if he wants to disgrace the game, then screw it. If Raven makes it to the end, she's not getting her vote. It's America's vote. You know what I mean?
Should do that. That'd be amazing. If they evicted him and then Julie said, "Well, Matt, we all saw it, so without any of your house kids knowing." Or no, I actually want Raven to know. Okay, I want Raven to know. But since we're getting pretty long, right?
We can wrap this bad boy up.
We have a big episode tomorrow.
We have a big Madden game to play.
So guys, we're gonna podcast tomorrow after the live eviction. We'll keep you updated on the time via our Twitters. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Man Vlogs, and we're gonna be posting 3 podcasts a week of each Big Brother recap. And on Survivors, we're gonna do a Survivor draft too. Maybe Survivor cast assessment. We're going to be throwing some Survivor videos out there too because during the Big Brother off season, there's 2 seasons of Survivor, and we can't wait a whole year to podcast. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and we will see you tomorrow.
Bye.